Welcome back to another episode of me making a village simulator in Unity and C# programming. Last episode we got the farm and someone working at the farm. One thing I added to kind of fix the bug of the worker, um, after they get hungry, they should go and eat, or if they are sleepy, they should go sleep. Right here, task equals null. Um, I had to ensure that when we're working a job, we do not have any task and get rid of that. Um, that was maybe just a little band-aid. But we're going to leave that for now. What I thought for in this episode, actually before that, um, right now the villagers will work on the farm. It'll create a bunch of uh, berries, and then you have to individually click on that. I think I'll eventually change that later to where the berries are not created on the screen. They're more created inside the farm. And then the job of the farmer is to carry those items to the storehouse. So I'll be thinking about that. I'm not quite sure how to I'll do that yet, but maybe I'll just do that off screen or something. But in this episode, I thought what I could do is add it to where, when I click play and I click on villager, it gives me these stats. But it would be nice if I could actually see what exactly are they thinking, or whether they working on, or what are they doing. So that's what I'm going to try to do today. If you've been watching these videos, you kind of know that I just kind of wing it most of the time. I get a little bit of an idea of how I want to do something, but then really it's not until I start programming where I start trying to really figure out everything regarding what I'm working on. But so that's going to be kind of the case for this episode. I kind of have an idea of what I want, but I'm not sure how exactly it'll work. We're going to do like a public string, and we're going to call this the what I'm doing string. I don't know what I'm doing string. What I'm doing. All right, and this will display what I am doing. And let's go to the UI manager. Another thing I'm going to do, since I'm in the script, is let's change this to a int selected villager, and we're going to say it equals to a -1. So of course we're getting some errors. If this is greater than -1, instead of doing the selected villager, we're going to say no. Here, let's undo that. Let's do a public int select villager num, and we're going to say it's a minus 0 or -1. And then in our show stats, if selected villager is greater than -1, it's greater than -1, we want to say, whoops, if select villager num, and this we might be able to just make this private now. And then down here, delete that, delete this, copy that, put that here. And we're going to say villager selected villager is equal to map instance dot all villagers select village num. All right, and then we're going to have a way to cycle through those. Test for cycle through villagers. And we're going to say if key input or input dot get key up which is, whoops, that says button up, dot get key up key code dot alpha, no, it's called like bracket, left bracket, right bracket. Okay, so we do the right bracket. We're going to say select village num plus plus if select village num is greater than the map manager dot instance dot all villagers dot count. No, if it's greater than it, then we want to say select village num is equal to 0. Okay. If it's the left bracket, we're going to do minus minus. If it's less than if it's less than 0, we're going to equal the count minus 1. Okay, let me just make sure. Let me test that out. Well, let's take that away for now. No, we do want it though. Okay. How do we do this? Let's go to our map manager. Oh, here, I'll do it later. Let me just, that wasn't really the point of the video. Like I said, I just kind of wing it a little bit. We'll just leave that for now. Let's just test this. Okay, we got Betty, Bob, we got out of range thing. Probably need to do if it's greater than or equal to it. We're going to set to 0. Betty, Bob, Betty, Bob, Bob, Betty, Bob, Betty. Okay, so now we can select. Let's go into our villager. Prefab. And Let's add a sprite. Let's just do a circle. Let's just leave that for now. We're going to call this the selector. And then go into our village controller. Public game object selector, and go to the UI manager. We want to say selected villager get component of the village controller. Is this already a village controller? Yeah, it is. So we don't need to do that. We'll just say selected villager dot selector dot set active to false, and then we're going to say true. And we'll do the same thing again here. Save it. Let's make this false for now. Let's go to the villager, and the selector will be this. Okay. Let's take this. And here we'll say if selected villager is not equal to null, um, let's go to our selector, change the sorting to villager, and leave it at, we could actually do it like a -1. Ooh, puts on over top of it. Let's try it 0. I mean, it definitely shows. Let's maybe just do that. Change the tint. I mean, all this will change eventually. Okay, so I kind of know who I'm selecting. Let's make that red. It's just for now. You know, we'll probably do something different where it's more like a box around it. But now I know who I'm selecting. Okay, now let's work on this, getting this working thing. All right, let's go to the village controller. Like I said, I'm not sure how I want to do this. We're just going to kind of test some stuff out. um, we could, in each of these, let's see. Look, we could break this up instead of what I'm doing. We could also have like a private string state string, and then private string task string, private string interactable, so that this will say what building are we working with, what task, what state, and then this would be like the final version of it. So we could, like right here, say state string is equal to idle if we wanted to do it like this. The moving string would be we could do it like that, or just say moving. Moving to, maybe. This would be state string is equal to working on task. State string is equal to sleeping. State string is equal to eating. Is equal to making baby. And then this will be working at job. Okay. Now, how do we want to put this all together? Again, I'm let's go to the state string. I kind of wanted to do it where we might just trying to think. In each of these, really tell us what we're doing. State is moving. Like we might say, like moving to the task, moving to, and then here maybe we get our interactable. So probably put it right here. Moving to plus task.interactable game object name. plus, so not only do I want to know it's moving to it, but why is it moving to it? Moving to task.interactable.gameObject.name plus the task.interactable. Is there an interactable name? We'll just say name. Let's just test this out. Let's go to the UI manager. And so when we do the text, say villager stat text is plus equal to selected villager dot what I'm doing. Moving to tree clone. Why is it saying it twice? Working on task, idle, moving to tree clone. Okay. How do I get what it's doing with the moving to the task? If I go to back to the village controller, it gets the name of the game object that's associated with. I don't know if this will do what I want it to do. See, I wanted to know, okay, I'm going to the tree. Gather object. Yeah, so we're moving to tree clone, gather object. Gather object. Moving to wood. Why does it say it twice? That is very odd. Test interactable game object plus tree. Is that what it's named? Just say that. Let's just get rid of this and see what happens when I do that. Interesting. Let's go here. So basically, when I do this, it tells me the game object and the task, or the thing I'm interacting with. So let's just test that out. Click here. Sleeping. Moving to storehouse clone storage object. Okay. Working on task. Idle. Moving to bush, gather object. Sleeping. Idle. Now let's do a farm. Sleeping, working on task. Moving to farm, blueprint. Now it doesn't say exactly what it's doing, but you can kind of understand a little bit. Working on tasks doesn't really say what task it's working on. Okay, it's sleeping, working on job. So Betty's working on making food now, or working at job. Whereas Bob is moving the storehouse. Alright, I think we could probably get this a little bit more detailed. But for now, I think this is just kind of helpful so that I know. Plus the selecting, I know who I'm selecting. I know what they're doing. Let me build a house. See them build a house. Okay. So moving to house, working on task. Okay, they had a baby. It was pretty quick. Alright, let's see if I can select the new one. Betty, Bob, Betty 3. So I am selecting Betty 3. That's Betty 3. Alright, someone went to a house and they're not coming out. Betty. Bob is making a baby. Okay. So, what's happening is Bob wants to make a baby, but his other person is working. So, that's something I need to fix. Also, I've seen this bug before, but look at his hunger. His hunger is 1. And it's not decreasing. So, something happened where it was eating, but it didn't get its full amount, or it stopped decreasing. So just another bug I need to figure out. Let's do this real quick. Let's go to our villager. Let's go to the sprite. Let's animate. And we're going to animate a new one. Interactables. We're going to call it villager sleep. And for now, let's just have them have it rotate this way. Okay. Alright, let's stop. Let's just play it real quick. Alright, let's stop it. Let's go to our animations. The sleep animation. Let's not loop it. Correct? Is that what we want to do? Let's go here. Animator dot play. Villager sleep. Let's see what happens. Just waiting for them to fall asleep. Okay, we did not see anything. Replay. This probably needs to be a capital V. Let's try that again. Okay, they fell asleep, and they're back up. Let's see if they fall asleep again. I'm not sure if it resets the loop. Yep. Okay, so now we know when they're sleeping. Now we don't have like a wake up animation. That's fine. At least I'll know when playing. See, I know now. Okay, they're sleeping. A little bit easier to tell visually. And you can see, oh, fell asleep. That stuff cracks me up. I don't know why. Okay, cool. So we kind of have a little system of us telling us what they're doing. I can obviously probably make that a little bit more complex, giving us more information and maybe off screen. I may work on that a little bit more. We'll see. Some of it's like, work on all these little different systems. That's pretty much what we're doing is working on little systems and then later go back and kind of polish it. I just want to put it in place for now. But again, thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series. Like it, subscribe. That'd be awesome. Help out this channel. I think either way, whether I get a lot of people watching this or not, my goal is to make this game. And so I figure since I'm going to make it, I'll make these videos at the same time just so I can kind of record everything about this game I'm making. All right. Thanks a lot for watching.